Good morning, friends. I invited Mark here with us today to teach you all a tool that I use all the time with my clients. It's called GLAD.
It's time for your Monday Minute.
Okay, so this is a tool. Sometimes it's a journaling tool. Sometimes people call it a mindfulness tool, but honestly, I think you can use it in so many different ways. So I'm just going to have you jump in and lead us.
Well, it's interesting because I have clients that hate journaling, and I challenge them to do this. You know, and it's easy. It's called GLAD, like you said, and because we're counselors, we like acronyms for some reason. I don't know why, but it starts with it's gratitude, learning, accomplishment, and delight. And so, if you don't like journaling, maybe just put this as a heading, G.L.A.D. And come down and every day, maybe before you go to bed, and I don't know when you use it, I choose to use it before I go to bed, just to kind of calm my mind down, kind of brain dump in some ways. And I'm a journaler, so don't hate me for that one. But is this gratitude, is this idea, is what is one thing that I'm thankful for that happened today? And I think, as we've talked offline, it's, in the current state of our world, it's going to take some effort to maybe think through something that we're grateful for. But really, what am I grateful for in just basic gratitude? Okay, I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head.
Totally.
I'm thankful that I got to eat today. Something basic like that refocuses our attention, but we can also put relational gratitude or something I like to call like paradoxical gratitude, like finding the silver lining in something that's difficult.
I like that.
But simple, and so what am I grateful for? Second is, what did I learn today? I think if we're stagnant as human beings, we stop learning, and we shouldn't, because learning is such an important life skill. And so maybe consider this in three different ways. Like, what did you learn about somebody in your life, your spouse or a friend, something new that you learned? What is something you learned about yourself? Like, hey, you know what? I'm resilient. I could
I think that one's so key.
And then maybe something that was kind of fun and curious that you learned. Like, I didn't know that there's a thing called narwhals.
They are real.
They are real.
Just so you know.
They're like the unicorn of the sea.
They really are.
Go look it up. Right.
Yeah.
No, but like something fun like that, just trivial, And then accomplishment. What is one thing I did today? And so if you're struggling with like anxiety and depression, maybe like you got up and you made your bed. Like, that's a big deal.
Count it.
Right? Or you were able to recognize that your anxiety was coming and you went and got a cold glass of water and sat in a dark room and just did your breathing. Something like that, accomplishment is a big deal. And then finally, like delight. So what is one thing that made you smile? And I know with a lot of my clients, I don't know about you, that can be hard. And so, this seems simple on paper, but to think about gratitude, to think about what did I learn, what did I accomplish, and something to delight in, really slows you down and gives you an opportunity to reflect on the day. And I always, and I don't know what you do with this, but I challenge my clients, do it for a week, and if nothing changes, then we'll scrub it. We'll do something different.
I love that. I think that's great, because I think this can be a really tricky activity when it's your first time doing it. It's kind of uncomfortable. You don't really know what to do. I think all of us always think, am I even doing this right? But when you start to do it, you start to get your brain rolling in that direction. And so I think there's a lot of wisdom in saying, just try it for a week and then
Well, and then the neat thing too is once you start doing it and it starts becoming a part of who you are, like you start looking for those things. Right?
Totally.
And it almost changes the mindset from a glass half empty to a glass half full. I think in this age of 2020 that we're in, finding opportunities instead of problems, this helps reframe that picture and that understanding of your current situation.
Absolutely. And the reason I wanted to have this conversation is because we've built so many other conversations around this idea of gratitude. We learned from Jim about what gratitude actually does to your brain neurologically. We've talked about different grounding activities. We've talked about journaling. We've talked about all of these things. And so sometimes journaling can just feel a little vague, like, here, go journal. And it's like, I don't know what to talk about. And so that's why I love this GLAD activity, is because it's really, really directed. But it's doing the thing that Jim was talking about in our brain. It's helping us redirect
rewire.
Exactly. Rewire where we're at, and our days start to look different. So that's really what I want to challenge you guys to do this week, is see if you can do glad every day. Do it every day for a week. See what comes. See if you start to recognize the things that you're thankful for, or what you learned, or what you delighted in, you know? I don't think we're aware of those things until we really start intentionally thinking about them. So see what that does for your week. Notice how it makes you feel. Notice how your days start to look as you do glad. Friends, get yourselves to Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.